Hey, what's going on, folks? I'm AutoMattock's. Today, I want to talk about some of the strategies that I've developed over the course of playing Sagat for, I don't know, however long he's been out. There's a few things that I feel are mistakes that I made, and I made some improvements to those over time, and just making more use of the V-trigger, getting the most value out of it, just general strategies of the characters. You know, I made a video about like a general Sagat tutorial. I covered a lot of topics in that, but I want to go in detail for some of the other things that I think are maybe underlooked. So before we get into it, I gotta plug my Street Fighter League nomination vote. Right now we're hovering around first and second place. That's awesome. That's really cool. I don't know what to say. I have not the slightest clue how to be appreciative enough. As you can see here, we have been passed. We have been passed by Guilty. Rap's very own Guilty. Second place, myself. Third place, Sherry Jennings. Fourth place, Marine. Top 4 gets into the Street Fighter League Season 2. And looking pretty close. 5th and 6th place. Nigel and Neon. Tommy Two-Step, he was up there. I'm a little, you know, I don't want to rest on my laurels here, because I was first place. Guilty shot up. Sherry Jennings shot up to third place. Although we have a pretty comfortable lead to not get into 5th place, which would remove us from Street Fighter League, I still want to secure this. You never know what's going to happen towards the end. So all you got to do is click on the nominate button. I'm trying not to sneeze here. And then if you follow Smash GG and Capcom Fighters, your vote counts as extra. So I would appreciate that. Thank you very much. Alright, let's talk about some tech. So, first thing that I want to talk about is this corner position as Sagat, and how you can combine your V-Trigger 2 and your EX Tiger Shot to help escape this. Now, sometimes you might see people do like a EX Tiger Shot, or they'll find their way into getting the EX Tiger Shot, and then they might do something like level 2 Tiger Strike. This is not a bad knockdown, right? It's really not a bad knockdown. Or you might see something like this into like EX Tiger Knee. That's okay. It gets you out of the corner. But remember, when you activate your V-Trigger, it mitigates the damage of whatever you do after it. So you're spending 2 bars, and one of those bars is not going to do as much damage as it normally would, even in that second portion of the combo, because the V-Trigger activation causes more mitigation. So what I like to do lately is the activation, jump medium punch, and then heavy kick Kara, medium kick knee, and that gives me a side switch, and then I achieve that corner position, and that's what I like. Kind of stuff I do like. So just to show it again, you know, you block a few times, you wait for them to get to a good space, maybe you stand light kick, and then medium punch. Now, you don't want to do this too close. If you're too close to them, the jump medium punch will not work. You will not be able to connect it. Yeah, oh! Pardon my French. Okay, that looks good. That's good to know. So it's really about the timing of that jump medium punch and making sure you get that at the right time. Now, if you want the damage, if you're in a position where you can kill them, and this is what's going to require that, then go ahead and spend 2 bars for that reason. It's fine. But for this side switch, I like this a lot. You get a lot of advantage. You're guaranteed to side switch even if they back recover. And you have tons of advantage here. The advantage will change depending on how you hit that stand medium punch in the or the jumping medium punch in the air. But you will have frame advantage on both normal and back recovery, and get the side switch. It's really good. Oh, and of course, if that opponent blocks that, if they block this EX Tiger Shot, if you dash up, you get this +6. I believe +5 if you're really close. So yeah, you still have advantage here. You don't want to throw immediately. You literally have to wait 1 frame before you can really throw them at +5. So if I throw them here, they're going to be too disadvantaged. They're going to have too much disadvantage. That throw-in vulnerability is not going to expire. So I have to wait literally like 1 frame to do that. Okay, so that's a really good side switch that I want to put out there. But also, what I really want to talk about with this V-Trigger is how effective, well, almost like how ineffective it is to do something like this and then uppercut. It's not bad to do that. It's way better than nothing, right? You actually get something off of the low with meterless, but this is 269 damage. And you use two of the cost of the V-Trigger, and you only get 3 like actions with the V-Trigger 2. So what I want to put out there is standing heavy punch, and then level 2 tiger strike. Standing heavy punch, level 2 tiger strike, high tiger shot, dash up twice, 236. 1 cost of your bar, and you get a great knockdown. As opposed to doing this for the uppercut, you dash up, you're +1 when they back recover, which means you're -4 if they normal recover. That's really bad. No good. Punishable. So if they back recover, you get +1, which is not even enough for Sagat because he doesn't have a 3-frame normal. He only has 4 frames, so it doesn't really work out. You can't even like walk them and throw them. So I don't like doing the uppercut unless it's going to kill them, and I'm gonna go into critical art. Can I do it? In that case, absolutely, I'll go for the critical art. If they're in the corner, there's no frame kill necessary then. I'll uppercut, and then I can just work from here. That's fine. I don't have to dash up like I did before. That's fine. In fact, I would prefer that over like a tiger knee. And that's good too, also. The higher tiger shot into the uppercut feels good, man. So like this, that's okay. But over here, in order to close that space, I gotta dash up at them. So you want to be able to address both knockdowns. Another thing that I want to talk about is the standing medium kick. Some people I see do standing medium kick and then activate. You don't get much off of this, especially at max range where you might want to use it. The uppercut whips, you can critical art, I think. That's really about it at this max range. So you don't want to do this. It doesn't combo into itself unless it counter hits. So again, you want to go to this heavy punch, or you want to go to stand medium punch for something faster, crouch medium punch even, and then medium kick. But these are like not the most effective things to do. Standing heavy punch is the best, right? Because you can hit standing heavy punch, you can watch Street Fighter V lag offline for some reason, and then you can do another stand heavy punch, and then combo that tiger strike. There we go, high tiger shot. Then you get this knockdown. Now, if you want to put them in the corner, if they're in like the center of the screen, and you find yourself in this situation, there you go. Now they're in the corner, but that does spend 1 bar, and it's really up to the matchup, how far you are in the lead, that kind of thing. That's going to determine whether or not you want to spend that extra bar or not, because now you can compare that to this. You don't put them in the corner, but you get a good knockdown, but you save 1 of those bars. So maybe you want to save up for the critical art so you can eventually chip them out, and I think that's good. A really small mistake that I find myself making lately is stand heavy kick and then activating immediately. It's not a terrible mistake to make. You can still get a good combo off of it. It keeps it safer on block. I believe this is a new change. So now you have like double-digit frame advantage. If you activate off of the second hit though, maybe we can't do that anymore. Oh yeah, I guess you can. It looks really strange. Well, maybe not. Well, the idea is that if this standing heavy kick hits them while they're crouching like this, and you activate off of it, or even if they're standing very close by, if you activate like this, you're missing out on the damage of the second hit of the heavy kick. This does 20 damage. The first hit of this does 20 damage. That's probably less than like my stand light punch. So what I'm trying to do more of now is wait for that second hit and then activate. And then activate. Now, of course, the other part of this is if they are actually crouching, you're -4, right? Oh, -3? That actually ain't that bad. So if you don't activate and you wait for that second part of this to activate, you're actually punishable, but not by a whole lot. In fact, probably from here, Ryu can't punish this with his 3 frames. So this could be it's worth considering. You know how I do these YouTube tutorials. I learned something myself in the process of it. Feels good, man. So I talked about this a little bit before with doing combos with Tiger Knee, right? Rather than uppercut Tiger Knee, you get more space, you get less damage, but you can also use this to get a level an angry charge by creating that space and just looking at where they're at on the position of the screen. Tiger shot hits them from far away. You have enough space. The fireball hits them. You get the V skill, and then you can start hitting them uppercuts for like valuable damage. You get the V bar and more damage and better everything. So the same thing applies with Tiger Strike. So if let's say I hit them with this, boom, 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 Tiger Knee, fireball, V skill. And now I might be able to help build my next V trigger or build more red bar for the, V reversals, that kind of thing. It's good. another knockdown that two knockdowns that I want to highlight is EX High Tiger Shot. This is really good, but you have to. It requires them to be standing while you do it. So if you like, what usually happens to me is I see them beginning to stand up, and then I hit the High Tiger Shot. Sometimes I just do it anyways off of this low crouching medium kick. This is great, right? It does a lot of damage with that V skill. And of course you can combine that with pretty much anything. Any of these kinds of confirms. But if you don't have that uppercut, or if you really just want to do more rush down in the moment, that EX High Tiger Shot is one of Sagat's best knockdowns as far as like not being near the corner. So what I like to do is forward, hard kick, and medium kick Tiger Knee just to get in position and have good advantage. And then from here, you'll get a side switch if they normal recover, and you get more advantage if they back recover. Alright? It should be +2 and +7 on their back recovery. Boom, boom! So at +7, I think you get like a meaty crouching medium punch. But I really just go for the stand light punch. From here, I just react to their wake up and hit stand light punch. On normal recovery, you pretty much have to do stand light punch or grab. Because +2 is not a lot. It's not enough for most characters. So if this counter hits here, let's see if I have this programmed. Maybe. There we go. If that counter hits, you can go into counter reconfirm stand medium punch, crouch medium punch, and then you can do it all over again if you want. So this is like really what Sagat can do to rush down opponents. But this requires them to be standing. That was an accident. So if they are crouching, you can do EX low Tiger Shot, dash up twice, and then you have good advantage there. Even more than when you do EX High Tiger Shot. +9. That's pretty ridiculous. +8, so it's gonna change depending on how, like, the distance of the fireball when it hits. So a sequence that you can kind of put together here is, if I get this side switch, and now I have the corner, and they can pretty much die here with the stun. And then if I have critical, and I wouldn't have critical art from spinning the meter, but you get the idea. The corner position stun is high. It's so important to be able to manipulate the sides and the whole screen as Sagat. So having these little tricks at your disposal, it'll help you out a lot. One more small thing that I want to point out, very small thing I want to point out, is I think some people don't give the guard break enough credit. You don't get a lot of damage after it, but it does give you the opportunity for a knockdown. And I want to point out that the guard break itself does 35 damage, so you really don't get the chance to look at that. More the attention gets drawn to the damage after the guard break. But you gotta add some 35 damage to it. See, 89? 89 plus 35. I don't know what that is though. Well, 124, 114, something like that. So yeah, there's a few things you can do here. We can go back into our idea with the knockdowns. But this is only if they're standing. Forward heavy kick is only if they're standing. If they're crouching, you probably need to do stand light kick. Dash up stand light kick. They buffed Sagat's dash speed, so now you can do a 5 frame instead of a 4 frame. You're +5 after you dash up. So this does work. Oftentimes what I go for from here is EX Tiger Knee and put them in the corner. But sometimes you're too far away for the stand light kick to connect into the EX Tiger Knee, so you gotta do EX low Tiger Shot. It kind of sucks, but that's how it is. This looks like it's gonna be it. That is too far away, so I have to use stand light kick and then EX Tiger Shot or an uppercut and just accept that's the damage I got from it. So that's it. I hope we learned something. I'm AutoMattock. Please send your voice, send your voice and your votes over to smash.gg. Links down below. If you want to get me on Street Fighter League, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good right now. We gotta make sure we maintain. We don't want to get you know. Oh man. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all have a good one. Take it easy.